Yo, what's up, yo? Come with me to a car show in Washington, D.C. I've been waiting for this car show to happen for months because it's the closest one to me. It was in a pretty interesting location. It was in the back of some cafe called The Village. I don't even drink coffee like that, but they had matcha if you into that. But yeah, my main goal for this car show was to get the Sleeping Mute card from Crown Zenith, which I did find at one of my first tables right here on the right, but the guy wasn't trying to trade, so. But nah, this show was both deep and a little cramped. It was a bit of a small venue and there's a bunch of people, so you know, that's not a good equation for any type of show. But you know, as every car show, there's a bunch of cool cars I never even seen before that are modern, and a bunch of sealed product, of course, but you know, them prices were looking a little too markety and a bit of an upcharge. You know, they weren't too fair. Nah, I did get a Scarlet Violet red base set ETB from this vendor right here, so it wasn't too off from market price, and she had a tough ass chain, so W. I will say, man, I'm gonna just formally file my complaint right here, right now. There was a bit of a musty smell in the air as soon as I walked in, and I just gotta say, like, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, like, we gotta do better. Actually, fuck that, I'm not I took my shower. It's ridiculous. Like, come on, you don't want to be clean before a show? But boom, I made my first trade. I got my Sleeping Mute finally and a Vaporeon R, which I wasn't looking for specifically, but I did want a Vaporeon. And for those two, I gave them my Wigglytuff, Erica's Invitation, and Latias, which weren't cars I was like desperate about keeping, so I was very happy about that. This is what I call trading fuel, so W. I did get a quick little fit check in. You know how about a Squirtle did on. I thought my fit was calm, ignoring my dusty backpack. I never seen a graded coin before. I didn't even know people did that. And I saw a Bubble Mew at top that was definitely not buying. I saw a lot of Journey Together, which I wasn't too interested in, but I did see that Blooming Waters. I just can't get behind paying $125, man. I was also trying to find a side dug from 151 where he's walking down the stairs. I don't need him for a master set or nothing. I think it's just a goofy card I really need, but I was not having any luck finding him. I think everyone bought him out. I did find this cool Vaporeon vintage card that I thought was very cool. I was on the fence about it, but then I locked in and made that purchase, so I got it for 5 instead of 8, so W. But yeah, I made one final last stop at this table right here. They had a lot of cool slabs that I was definitely not afforded, but they were all pretty nice guys. You know, I showed them some cards I was willing to trade because, like I said, I brought trading. They have nothing I was really dying or looking for that was on my list, but I did get this cool Lapras VMAX and Pikachu SR from Crown Zenith. And for those two, I give him my Charizard EX and my Zacian EX, so very W trade. But boom, I would say this was definitely my most favorite card show I've been to. I got a lot of good cards just from trading. I definitely spent less than $100 at this show, which if you've been to a car show, that's very good. But yeah, let me know if y'all want a car show haul because I definitely didn't do a little close-up of this. But yeah, I also got this ETB for 60, which is below market, so I still won. So I'm walking away a very happy man. And I got this Squirtle Diddle, so very W show all because of him.